Now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Fighting out of New York City, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the one, the only, the infamous Andrew.
Yo, what's going on, family? What it be? What it do? Yo, what's the vibes like? Yo, hold on, real quick. For those of you who can hear me, for those of you who can make sure that we tune live and active, do me a favor. Let's go ahead and drop some 111s in this chat so we can go ahead and make sure that this call is popping, that this call is ready and active, and there they come flooding in. Yo, let's go. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Cesar Rivera, aka C, the God, as the backdrop to my behind me says, right? And I'm so happy and grateful because it is Wednesday. You heard this is gonna be something real special, real dope, and something that you guys have really been asking for a little bit because during these calls, they really meant for us to come ahead, students to rub shoulders to shoulders, really be in the trenches together and really get to the charts, right? And after having some really spectacular guests week after week for you guys to really dive deep into the mind of the profitable trader, right? The significant trader, the one who's really doing it, right? You guys have really been reaching out to say, yo, this is dope and all, but where are the charts? So you know what? We the man of the people, so we're going to go ahead and dive deep into the trenches tonight. But of course, these calls will not be possible without my brother in crime, my fucking mentor sometimes, my Brody, my guy who really just goes ahead and makes this calls possible, bring me my A game, right? My brother, my boy, yo, Kevo, what it be, bro?
Yo, what's good, Money Heist? We live, baby, we live. Let's get it. Man, I'm grateful to be here. We got an amazing guest with us tonight, man. My brother, we're gonna bring him up right now. We're gonna bring him up, but it's only right we give him a proper introduction, right? Someone who's literally my day one. Like day one, we've been through super lows, like very lows. And we've seen some really highs together. And, we've lived through so much crazy stuff, like moving to different countries without even knowing anybody there. But we've experienced not having water and electricity before, like when we're trying to come up, we've experienced, moving to crazy places and like living life together, traveling together. And we've just been through, through hell and back. And, it's been a dope journey having someone like that by your side, through the whole thing. So, it's somebody who is, I consider this man like an energizer bunny, because anytime he speaks, you just feel him. He just brings that energy every single time. And this is a man who, when he speaks, man, he really be like amplifying your chakras and like shaking the core of the earth, I swear. And you really just feel your consciousness shifting when this man is just spitting bars. So without further ado, I want to actually go ahead and introduce my brother, Jonny C. Come up, bro. Come through.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Are we having a good night so far? Happy Wednesday. C's, how you doing, bro? Thanks for having me on the call. Appreciate you guys letting me in the space and just sharing the environment here. And like I always like to say, like when we're in these four walls, like the conversations are different. Like it's just always that way. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what you're doing, when you get on a call with people in this network, you're just gonna realize like these people are different. And the longer you stick around people like that, I feel like the faster it is you become different. You become the black sheep. You become the person who's walking around outside in society and you're like, wait, I'm not supposed to fit in. Maybe I'm supposed to be a little bit different. And I'll tell you what, being different is way cooler than blending in, like what? Like I just feel like I just feel like ever since I started kind of expanding my awareness as to what's possible, and like what really is, possible when it comes to like personal growth, when it comes to financial growth. Like, dude, like we're not playing when I'm not playing when I'm saying like there's people out here. There is people out here, 18-year-old kids that are really, their minds are like 70, and their bodies are so young. Like imagine having a 70-year-old mind, but like a 17-year-old body, like healthy, abundant energy. You're just ready to live. You have so much time, you have so much left of life, and you're already so wise. That's what I feel like my goal is, to create those types of people that are young, people that are healthy, with the craziest, oldest, wisest mindsets. If there's one thing I get complimented on a lot, it's my mindset. It's the way that I speak. It's the way that I carry myself. And I want more people to get those types of compliments. It's better than, oh my God, your hair looks good. Oh my God, your teeth look clean. Oh my God, your shoes look nice. It's just another level of confidence and compliment when, males and females of all ages, older than you, younger than you, the same age as you, right? They compliment your mindset. When somebody's like 20 years older than you and they're like, damn, dude, like this Caesar dude just blew my mind, bro. Like what? Like this Kevo dude like really knows his game. Like he's a master of his craft. And I think it's these types of locker room sessions that kind of create that. What do you guys think?
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Is these calls where we can come together in the trenches, like no politics, no corporate, just dead ass like the boys coming together, ready to just like bounce off each other, the mastermind effect. Like I have grown so much with that, not just like with these calls, but dead ass like my living situation, moving in with some like guys who I've started this day trading journey with. Like the mastermind effect that Earl Nightingale, Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill all talk about is so powerful. Right. Because like, bro, there's no more buffering. It's like you said, it's a locker room talk. Like we are here to like dead ass like get in each other's faces and really let each other know like what it is. Are you being liquidity? Why is that TP, price rent to your TP, XYZ? So yeah, no, for me, like I needed these calls.
No cap, man. I think surrounding yourself with people who are very just self-aware is important, bro, because even if you are personally developed somewhat, you would consider yourself, a pretty aware individual. There's shit that you don't know, that you don't see. We all have blind spots. We all have blind spots, man. So when you have homies and friends that are really aware as well and self-aware, they can help you identify those blind spots. Because I know for a fact I have some. I'm not perfect. Like, no way. I'm nowhere near perfect. And I love that because there's just like a lot of room for growth. And when I have people like that in my circle, they help me elevate even more. So like that's 100% facts, man.
I think that's something that me and Kev go hand in hand in, is like we kind of bounce off ideas a lot. Yo, what do you think about this? Yo, what do you think about doing this like that instead of like this? And one of the things that, geez, a lot of the stuff that came out, like the Discord setup, the Prime Pad setup, the way we did that, the way that we started operating was just different. We kind of saw systems needed to be put into place. We went, okay, nobody's going to build a system. Let's build a freaking system from the scratch, from the bottom up. Let's make sure this thing is user-friendly. It's sexy. It's got all the information that people need. Let's make sure it's bite-sized pieces, right? And things like that, I can just be like, yo, Kev, what do you think about this? Nah, you tripping. What? I thought it was a good idea. Nah, you tripping. Let's not do it like that. Okay. And then I'll be like, damn, what? This dude's tripping, bro. That's a good idea. Then tomorrow I rethink about it and I'm like, okay, maybe you're right. Because if we head down that path, I'm tripping. And same thing with him. If he gives me an idea, I'll be like, I don't know about that. And he'll be like, nah, bro, but this is why. And then we kind of like bounce ideas off each other until we realize, okay, like when we both agree on something, that's the best we got, right? If he's going more this way and I'm going more this way, okay, maybe we got to meet somewhere in the middle, but the final product will always forever be something good. And that's what I realized. It's like, okay, as long as we both agree it's good, it's good. If we don't both agree, it's not good. And that's kind of how I've realized it. Now, I could be tripping. And be like, nah, that's not good. And he could be like, nah, it is. And that has also happened. And those things have went off and popped off. And so, but our judgment is kind of very similar. And that's one thing about the mastermind effect, that you start holding yourself and those around you to a different standard. Like, yo, why are you over leveraging? Oh, dude, bro, I told myself I was gonna stop, but like, bro, just this one time. I'm like, bro, you're fucking tripping. Is this call being recorded? Can I swear on this call?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yo, I'm like, yo, you're
you good, bro.
Tripping.
This is
like, this is not corporate, right? This is not going on Go Live, right?
Nah,
so
bro.
we're good. But I'm like, yo, you're tripping, bro. You cannot be over leveraging your account. Not because you can't do that because like I'm offended, but like, bro, like your why is gonna be offended when that shit goes the opposite way. Somebody told me that one time. They're like, yo, every time you drop a bigger lot size than you're supposed to, your grandma is going, yo, why are you doing that? You say you're trying to retire your mom. You say you're trying to buy yourself this nice car. You say you're trying to quit your job, right? You say you're trying to take care of the family. You say you're trying to be Superman for everybody, but you're over here doing irresponsible things with your account that's going to end up with an account in the grave, with an account with that dreaded email that you get. You ever get that email?
What email? I don't know about that. What are you talking about?
You know that email?
What email?
That email that says
the
your account been breached. Oh, you ever get that email? Nobody got that email?
I never.
Hold
what? Never.
Dude, my stop losses don't get hit. I don't
breach.
use those.
trade with stop losses.
Hard breach detected. Hard breach detected. That's the
You
worst.
can never lose if you don't use stop loss.
Right? And so that's the type of stuff you don't want to be doing, because those activities that you just participated in are the same activities that it doesn't matter how many years of experience you have. This is what's so funny, because some people say, yo, I've been trading for 5 years. Dude, I've been trading for 6 years and I still blow funded accounts. I've still blown funded accounts. I still racked up a payout. And then 3 days before the payout, I blew it.
Oh,
You know,
I know somebody, bro, who's blown 40 funded accounts.
That's insane.
40?
But
listen.
But now he's trading over $1 million funded, and he's withdrawn to over 250K.
Wow, good. Good else. See,
He's going 40 funded accounts, yo. Imagine, bro.
Like, that's funded accounts that he had to pass challenge, verification, then get like.
I don't think he passed every single one. He might have. He's like probably like got clapped on challenges, but like.
Let me just say this on that point. Thank God he's not trading his own money.
I mean, hey, now he's going crazy, but like that just goes to show you, bro. It's like you never know how. It's like that one picture of the dude picking, and he's so close to like the diamonds and the gold. So you never know how close you really are, man. Because it's like a lot of people will give up, bro, after like 10 accounts blown or whatever. But like 40, bro, that's different. And now he's 7-figure funded trader, withdrawing fat bags like all the time now. So it's like, bro, you gotta keep going.
There was this dude in the Discord that I met, and he was saying, yeah, bro, like the last group chat that I was in, I was with this dude, and he would always like buy funded accounts. He invested over $100,000 in funded accounts, buying these funded accounts, passing them, or maybe not passing them, but he would pass a lot of them. And bro, the first thing he would do, second he gets funded, he gets the live credentials. Oh, live account, funded account. Here's your credentials. Congratulations, you passed phase 2. Blah, 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 blah. Sign the contract and everything. He gets the account credentials. You know what the first thing he does? let's go to US 30 and drop 100 lots. Every single time, he would go to US 30 and drop 100 lots in any direction. And he would just,
I mean,
he would
if
just
you
wait.
buy and sell at the same time, one's got to win.
Right, but he would just do buy. He would just
This is
do buy,
financial advice.
Yo,
just let it run and let the account blow. And he blew so many accounts. I don't even know how many accounts. He bought $100,000 worth of funded accounts or more. And he blew them all, bro. The one time that he made it, though, the last one that he did, he smacked 100 lot, caught like 100 pips or something. And that ended up being like a over 6-figure trade. And I think it was on FTMO, bro. And he got paid out, bro. He got paid out on that. And he ended up going into profit on that. But is that the type of trader you want to be?
I mean,
Takes you 100 shots?
What I'm hearing from you is, Jay, that all it takes is one trade to make it.
All it takes is one trade after you blew
one trade, bro. Fuck compounding my account. All it takes is one trade, bro. Right direction.
Forget about the compound.
Nah, but
bro.
How would you personally manage like multiple funded accounts? Like,
this is how we do it. This is how we do it, bro. This is my mindset. You take one, like C's was saying, if you take one account and you buy US 30, you take the other account, you short US 30. I'm just playing. That's bad advice.
Yo,
bad advice.
Bro, if you're new,
one of those accounts is gonna pass and one of those accounts is gonna lose. I'm just saying.
Simple math.
I'm just saying. So if you can't even pass phase one, it's not that you're a bad trader. You just maybe gotta invest a little bit more money. Maybe it's just that you're too broke.
Y'all be playing too
what I
much,
heard,
bro.
Chris Terry, he dead ass said one time. There was a event going on in Connecticut. He's like, someone came up to me and they just kept losing, like going on a 4 or 5 day losing streak. And they're like, Chris, what am I doing wrong? And Chris is like, oh, it's simple. Just all you gotta do, since you keep losing, just turn just turn it upside down, bro. That's literally it. Like, just keep it in the wrong direction. Like, bro, this trade shit's so simple, but everybody want to get complicated with what you call it, psychology and training analysis. Like, bro, just pick a side. Nah, like, but for real, though.
Bro, literally,
funny combo.
Me and Kev were going over like this trading software thing that we have, and dude, that thing made like $30 while we were just sitting there watching it. And like, if you think about it, right, somebody who has been in the game for a very long time, like, you plan your trades out, you calculate everything, you got like a stop loss, take profit, and everything like that. And bro, like, there's people that literally just, you open a trade, it goes into blue, and they just close it. Like, if you think about it, I want to ask this question for real. Who do you think has a better chance of making money on the next trade that they take? Somebody who has years of experience, who's calculating every single move, or somebody who just comes in, press the button, and let's see, and let's close in blue? What do you think? Who do you think has a better chance of making money?
Neither of them.
Well, it's a great question. Because
it's
like,
a 50-50, I feel like.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like it's a Mark
50-50. It's going to go up or down. It's either going to go in your favor or against you, right? So they both have the same probability of winning. But it's funny how somebody who comes in the game and could be very, very new and know nothing about managing trades or anything, but they open a trade and all they know is red or blue, and they see profit and they take it. And that's one thing that I have. That's one thing that I admire about like newer traders, is that they take the profit. See, us advanced traders, we let it float, and we see floating profit.
I'm floating.
And this is one of my biggest breakthroughs, because the profit you see on your screen is not yours until you secure the bag. And this man's floating a trade right there. Yeah, unrealized gains.
Now, like, shit, easy to buy.
Unrealized gains. Yup.
Unrealized as fuck.
Nah, bro, like, I think also something with like a lot of something I've noticed, a lot of like smart money traders, ICT traders, like, they overcomplicate shit, bro. They be like, they need like a million different confirmations. They're looking at like futures, they're looking at divergence, they're looking at a million different things. And it's like, bro, you're just overcomplicating this stuff. Like, I think smart money simplified is fire, but like, some people be overcomplicating it. I think you got a point right there, right?
Yeah, it goes back to Mark Douglas. It's actually funny because I'm going through how to think like a professional trader, like just over again. And Mark Douglas, he asked a question. He goes, who here in the crowd thinks that the more TA, technical analysis, that you understand, and keep pouring into your mind. Who here thinks with more of that, the more likely you become profitable? And obviously, everybody in the room raised their hand. And he goes, good, correct. Like, you guys could not be any more wrong. He's like, the more you actually keep drowning yourself in knowledge and about this stuff, the more you will overcomplicate it and confuse yourself. He's like, but just the game itself, it's simple. All you have, like Jonny is saying, is all you have to do is press a button and watch it go blue. Like, that's it. But the hard part is now overguessing your technical analysis, overguessing, oh, well, I lost the first 2 trades. Is this third one really going to be it? Do I want to lose this money, right? It's the psychology that goes on behind it. So, like, yeah, like, honestly, I really do think back to beginning seas where I just took every signal, every trade, just whatever. I go back to that man did not fear of losing money. Now I'm just like, damn, 0.5% risk, 1% risk. Like, that's a bag. Like, my accounts, that's a bag, bro. Like,
Let's sit out on this one. Huh?
Oh, I'm gonna wait till Monday again, just to get it Friday.
Like, I feel like the more, like you said, the more experience, the more analysis paralysis you have, the less likely you are to pull the trigger, bro. And I feel like I feel like there's also
hey, yo, this is a cipher. I mean, if you want to hop in,
I said,
I don't know who said that.
That was cool.
My bad if I interrupted, bro. But like recently, bro, I just been like diving into like a whole new like level of like technical analysis, and it's really fucked up with my mental, bro. Like I was trading good, I was profitable, but the more stuff I started analyzing, the more I started getting confused, and like I had a losing day today, and it messed me up. So I gotta take a step back and analyze it and keep it simple, and that's the key to it. Just keep it simple.
You can't be attached to the losses, man. You gotta learn to let go of that. Learn from like whatever traumatic experience.
No, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
No, you really. I tell my roommates, like, yo, you really gotta be attached to. Don't be attached to the money. Don't be attached to your bias. You have to be attached to your trading plan. Like,
just the process of it, bro. Like that's it.
That's it. Like, okay,
yeah, we gotta clip that part.
That's meet my confrontations. From there, like, all right, I gotta take this trade. I met everything from A to Z. Like, that's it. Be attached. All right, is it running? Let me partial here. Let me break even here. It doesn't matter if price looks like it's gonna reverse, tag you out, and then run. It doesn't. You have to be attached to your plan, not everything else. The vibes, the bias, the movement. XYZ. Da 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 da. So like,
that's literally the only thing we can control in the whole market. Like, you can't control the outcome. You can't control this. You control your lot size and your risk though. So keep that and your system. You follow that shit every single time.
Yep.
I think one thing that helps a lot. I think there's a lot of parallels with like trading and sports. Because you think about it, like the top performers in the world, right? World-class athletes, world-class just performers in general. They do things like cold showers, bro. They do things like they go in the sauna and do things that are putting themselves in an extreme environment, because the more they do that, the more comfortable and the more they can be calm in the midst of chaos, right? So when you think about it now, when you're put in a chaotic situation, or like something is just, I don't know, like crazy, right? If you're like in a trade, for example, like you're able to be calm, right? You're able to be chill and not be emotional seeing like the trade going blue, the trade going red. Instead, you're just like neutral. So like doing things like that, like biohacking, right? Like taking ice cold showers. The first couple of times gonna fucking suck, right? But then after a while, it feels good. Like, after a few times, you're like, oh, this is actually good, and it allows you to just be present. Same thing with saunas and stuff like that. Like, you're allowing yourself to just be just comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, and that just kind of bleeds into everything else in life, like trading. So I think that was a good point.
Cold plunge is the one that gets you.
Bro, I ain't never done any of that. Cold plunge, cold shower, cold nada. I am in Florida.
He said cold nada.
Yeah, I stay at sauna. That's it.
Full body cold plunge where like your full body water submersion. Like you're completely submerged to your traps, bro. In freezing cold water, bro. For like at least 3 minutes. You got to stay with it for 3 minutes, bro. And that, like Kevin was saying, like, bro, that just being in there will spike what's called cortisol. It'll spike adrenaline. It'll spike things in your body that will put your body at stress. Now, why would you want to put stress on your body? Well, if you put more stress on your body starts to build up a tolerance to that stress, right? It's like if you smoke, right? And then you smoke again and you smoke and you get less high, you got to smoke more, right? And we all know the feeling of that, right? So you go from spending $5 to spending $35. So same thing with this. It's like you go from one little tiny thing stressing you out to like, nah, like it's got to be serious for it to stress me out. And then, you know, you build up that rhino skin. Nobody can touch you. It doesn't matter. You lost $1,000. Bro, I spent $1,000 on a fake prop firm. I thought that was a real prop firm. And I dropped $1,000 on it and that money was gone. So you know, I know what it's like to blow money on some dumb stuff. I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying be like me, because don't be like me, because I've blown a lot of money on some dumb stuff. I'm telling you, I put 30K into some crazy shit coin and it went to zero. So just remember that you can come up and you can come down just like you came up. I swear to God, if you are not personally developed, and these are the conversations people ain't gonna have, because this is things that people ain't even done, right? Like when I was you know, in the last bull run, when things were great, right? I saw so many opportunities. Not every opportunity is for you. I'm telling you, not every opportunity is for you. You got to be selective with the opportunities you choose to take, because it's not every day that you're just going to hear a good opportunity and that's going to be the one that's for you. Because and it's easier to say right now after that experience, but in the moment, you don't know which opportunity is good or which one's not. They all sound good. They all sound good until, you know, you go through it. And so that's why when I kind of, you know, you're up, everything looks good. You feel like everything you touch turns to gold. And as soon as you feel that way, things start going south. Your biggest losses happen after your biggest wins. And that's in trading, that's in life, that's in relationships, that's in whatever it is. You know, you were pursuing somebody and all of a sudden you got in this fire relationship and you're with the person of your dreams. Then what happens? Then what happens? Something bad happens. Y'all break up. Now what? You go in the biggest depression of your life for like 3 weeks, right? That type of stuff happens. And then you go to the gym and you make it all better, right? Same thing with the gym though. And so, you know, you realize the highs compared to the lows, right? Because there is no high without no low. There is no low without no high. It's all relative to where you are right now. So that's why I feel like even throughout the highest highs that we had and the lowest lows that we had, we're not at the low. We're not at the high. We're somewhere in the middle. And you're always, most of the time, 95% of the time, you're going to be in the middle. Because the highs and lows are only a certain percentage of the journey. You're never going to be at the highs and lows forever. Like there's only so long that Bitcoin can break the all-time high before it goes from 60K to 15K, right? There's only so long that something can go in one direction forever. So if you feel like you're not making money trading, you feel like things are declining, you feel like, I don't know, your business is destroying itself, and maybe you feel like your health is declining, like this too shall pass. I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I could say. And one thing that I've learned in my life is like this too shall pass, because not everything is going to last forever. Like the low is only 5%, low is only 2.5% of the time. The high is only 2.5% of the time. 95% of the time you're in the middle. So if you ever feel like you're at a high, better humble yourself quick before the humbler comes. Because the humbler, you don't want to get humbled by the humbler. I'm telling you, you much rather humble yourself than get humbled by the humbler, because that's crazy.
Nah, I swear.
So, bro, what do you think about these charts, man? What are we looking at?
I was about to say, yo, gentlemen, I appreciate talking.
Let's transition.
Trying to get to the trench. All right, so real quick, we got 3 goats on this call to go over some charts. Now, I'm a man of the people. I say we have the people pick the order who they want to see go first. Yo, drop a J if you want to see Johnny, drop a K if you want to see Kevo, and drop a C if you want to see CDG. Let's see who they want first.
I'm actually excited for that.
Oh, right.
Somebody drop a letter.
Oh,
C,
big guy.
J.
C doesn't count. That's my roommate.
We don't got CJ.
Hey, damn.
Okay. Oh, we got 3
2
Ks.
Ks. Kev.
Oh man.
Kev. J. Damn, 2 Kevs.
J.
2 Johnnies. All right, we need a tiebreaker. We need one more vote. K, C. Nah, Kev
1,
got it.
2, 3.
Okay, yeah, Kev got it. So
Alright,
Kev, you gonna go
Kev,
first.
I got the sticks first.
Yeah, you
Let's
got the
get it. Let's
sticks.
get it.
Jay, you go second. I'll go last.
Someone says CJK.
That's so
Damn.
good.
All right, bet. Let's get it. Let me get
Let's get it. Let me go
get
ahead.
that screen ski.
How? Yo,
Say
get after him,
less
bro.
ski.
Get after him.
Yo,
No
no
mercy.
cap. Nas blessed today. Nas really did bless today, yo.
Bro, I'm so mad. I got out at the 1 hour PY. I could have held for a 40, maybe at this point 50 R&R. Like, you don't understand the bag I am not in anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick recap on this. And then I'm gonna just explain like kind of what I'm anticipating next for indices. Because that's really all I trade nowadays. I don't really be touching much else. I dabble in Forex here and there, gold here and there, cryptos here and there, but like my main babies is indices, especially NAS and US 30. Like those are my babies. But anyways, guys, if we go to the higher time frame, I like to just get that higher time frame analysis first, the just overall direction of where we're going. And we're obviously like trending up. Here, let me move this. All right, cool. We good. No, we were in an uptrend, right? I'll go ahead and delete this stuff. We don't need that anymore. Cool, right? We're making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, right? Higher low, higher high. And then notice this candle right here. I wish I can just hide all that, but whatever. This candle right here, right? This 4-hour order block it's tough, right? We see so much just accumulation going on within here. And we see it get tagged like a couple times, right? So now once we zoom into this price action on the smaller time frames, you can see that we're playing off a higher time frame point of interest, and now we're starting to see accumulation within there. So one thing I noticed was like we had all this liquidity right here, right? We had these Asian lows that got ran through. So this FU movement right here, to me, that just kind of stood out, right? And then after we had that sweep of the Asian lows and this low right here, and we basically broke structure right now. To me, this is kind of showing me cool, like we're shifting structure back to the upside. Is when I was hopping on to smaller time frames, right? This is during New York session now. It's like around 8:30, like 8:30 New York open, right? And now I usually look at for my entries on indices on 5-minute or under. I rarely, I think, take 15-minute entries, but 15-minute can be clean too as well. But I was looking at it here in like the 3-minute. 3-minute is like the sweet spot, right? That's like it's like the sweet spot. And then all I did was identify the current range that we're in, right? So this whole move, right, that broke structure and that swept that low right there. To me, like, this is nice. I like this air, like what we're seeing starting to play out. So what I was seeing, right, was first I noticed this, right? We had this liquidity rate and we made a new high, and then price reacted from that, right? Mitigated from there and made a move. And what I had identified was like, all right, cool. Like, this is where a lot of people could get trapped, right? A lot of people would probably try to play this, right? Right here, because you're just following the trend. But what do we know, right? Trend lines a lot of the time don't work, right? They get clapped. So, if you were playing this now, that's 3 taps off that trend line, and that's just creating a trend line liquidity. So that's basically what had happened. And then if we play price out, boom, that's literally what happened. That trend line got destroyed. And what I was really identifying was this extreme, order block, right, within that FU movement. It's just that last push down on the 3-minute. So that's like a nice little like demand level, you can say. Right, we had this liquidity inducement right here. So that was inducing retail traders. And then we had, the snipers fib level as well, from the 886 to the 7-9, right? This is like the G spot in the market. So I like to call it. But that's like the sniper zone. So we had all these things aligning. And to me, it was just super clean. I liked it. I took the entry off of off the 886 and in alignment with this demand level. So I had my stop under the low, and I personally took my take profit was at. Actually, I can show you. Yo, if you guys don't know about this little indicator thing, it's really dope. It's called position size calculator by Sonar Labs. So you can literally have your position, your lot size calculator literally right on your trading view. So here, I'll show you guys how it works. Here, let me delete this one. I'm gonna put you on right now. This is dope. This is like all I use now. So you go to, favorite it, right? Favorite it, and then just click it. And then now this first line that you have is your entry, right? So my entry was right here. The second line is your stop loss. And then the third one is your take profit. So my take profit was gonna be aiming for those highs. Then you just like pick what you're trading, Forex. So in this case, it was NASDAQ. And you hit apply. And then you just got to do one more thing. Is you just click on this, type your account balance, 100K account, your risk percentage. I'd risk 1% on this trade. And then you choose the contract size, which is lit, right? That's super, super key, especially for funded accounts. So it's 10 in this case. So boom, you get your lot size, exactly what you need. It tells you your risk reward for that setup. And if you move this around, it also like changes as well. Then it tells you exactly how much you're risking and everything. So it's a little cool tip if you guys didn't know that. So my target was right here for 1 to 6, almost 7. And I just had conviction. I just held it. Like I was trailing my stop loss accordingly, right, as the trade was playing out. And then I actually took a nap. I was mad tired in the morning. So I had my trade in. I was cool, like risk-free, everything. And I took a nap, and then I woke up to, boom, take profit got hit. And then if you didn't catch that, right, I always like to say the market never leaves without you, right? So it came back into this 5-minute imbalance right here. So you could have played another buy within there, because now you're just flowing, right? Order flow is bullish, and now you're just flowing, right? It's showing us like, all right, cool, like came back into that. Everything else is pretty much a balanced price action, right? It's clean. And this is the only inefficiency that's still left in the market. So to me, I didn't personally play that, but I had just seen now, that was nice. And then this thing just ripped. Like imagine holding this thing, right? Like you're not gonna hold every trade, but just this one trade alone could have paid you out, depending on your account. Like this is 1 to 20 right there. But I personally took it to 1 to 6. To me, that was more than enough. But that was just a little quick recap on this NAS buy that I played this morning. Now what I'm anticipating is really just pullbacks, right? We're in the Asian session, so I don't really trade during this time period. I really just wait for New York. But something we could see play out is I personally want to see a displacement, right? I want to see an aggressive push down. Let me just use this. I want to see an aggressive push lower, and then retest an imbalance or order block to then take this thing lower, because right now we're basically in a distribution phase. So this whole thing is distribution, because we're coming out of like an aggressive move higher, right? So we've just had an expansion. So usually after an expansion, you could start anticipating distribution and anticipating that pullback. So I want to catch this sell down to the until like discounted prices in this range. So let me delete all this stuff. We're gonna mute this anymore. So like we have this imbalance right up in here, and then we have this whole 1 hour last down candle, right? And then maybe even come down a little lower. But really what I'm anticipating is just pull back, right, into this range, right into our discounted prices, to then start looking for buys, right? And unless we get something like this happen, right? This is why you always got to be fluid. You always got to flow with the market, because we could get something where like, we get a sweep and then a displacement higher and then go like that, right? So that could always happen. So it just kind of right now, I'm just waiting, right? There's nothing really too clean playoff. It's just Asian session. So usually just consolidate until London. So that's what I got for NAS. and then I'll just do one more thing, and then I'll pass it. Basically, same thing for US 30, right? Like, I mean, this could be a potential sell-off from here, and then this thing just keeps rolling down into this imbalance, and then we either see, this thing push lower into that imbalance, and then see, that displacement, and then higher, or we see it come lower, and then we wait for that accumulation within our discounted price. So SPX is like the same thing as well, basically. But that's really all I got. I missed my fucking buy this morning. I was tight, but but that's really all I got right now for indices. What I'm waiting for, we'll see what's good tomorrow morning with some fresh eyes. But yeah, I'll go ahead and pass it off to who's next. Should we vote again? Let me know how I did, y'all. If I did trash, let me know if it was clean.
Whoa, get the
Boo.
give it to Johnny. Sign out.
Damn, bro.
I like that nice breakdown. High key. I wish I would have held it though. We both everyone.
Thank you so much. Nah, but go ahead, Johnny. I'll pass it off to you, man. See what you got cooking up.
Is that a soundboard you got there?
Yeah, bro. I got the soundboard. You dig?
There's something crazy.
What you want to hear, bro? We could take a little intermission.
Throw something out.
Sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for. It's a beautiful day.
We can't really hear it.
Who let this guy get a soundboard, man?
Where this is what you do with your funded money. You don't go retire your moms. You don't go none of that. You get a soundboard.
We wildin'.
Here, I'll go ahead and just chop something up real quick so you guys can see.
Yeah,
What
buddy.
we got going. Let's see. I just got that indicator thing you were talking about, that position size calculator. It's actually pretty dope. I was like, hold up. So you telling me
Hold up.
this whole time this was here. What happened to this chart? Oh. This whole time I could have just been dropping this here, moving stuff. That's crazy, man. I like it. How do I delete it though? Oh, remove?
Yeah, you can like click it and hit the backspace or drop down your indicators and just hit the X. Yeah. The only thing is you always have to go in there and click it from there.
Right.
Which is not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But
Not that big of a deal. I like it. If you're gonna take a trade, then yeah, take the time to do it. So what I was seeing, this is GU right here. So you were looking at the indices, so I figured I'd look at something else. So what I'm seeing is obviously we're in an uptrend. We've broken these highs. We're continuously breaking the highs, right? We did break this low, but it wasn't a solid like break. Like, yeah, this is a break of structure. If you kind of like take it from the close, yes, it is. But at the same time, the momentum is so bullish, and this wick right here is just sus. Like, what? This looks like a grab to me. So what I've noticed is, well, first thing I noticed was, this is the daily time frame, by the way, just to kind of give you an idea. But I'm noticing this imbalance right here. I'm noticing that this liquidity over here was just snatched here, but that's a breach. This just breached this liquidity here. And then on the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing this close beneath here, which was really solid, and then it starts immediately 2 candles to the high. So like came down, swept, and then boom, turned right back around like a railroad track. This used to be called a railroad track back in the day when we would, these little railroad tracks. And then we had this little kind of like second chance, this little wick here. There's a name for this. I think it's called the hidden base. And that little hidden base right here is that like shot, like, yo, if this goes and breaks the low, then yeah, it's going to continue low. But kind of how it like turned around and came back up, closed above this high here, even though this isn't the ultimate high, it would have to close above this high for it to be like considered a break, right? But it did close above this internal structure, which is like nice to see. And then obviously the ultimate target would be up here. However, when you look at the 4 hour, it did already kind of come in here, did already kind of hit this imbalance here. So even though the daily is like that, and there is an open imbalance on the daily, this one at least already kind of got smacked here. So that was one thing that I was looking at. This was the liquidity. This was that liquidity sweep, and then it went and it ran the low. So this operation was already complete. It swept the liquidity and it ran to the low. That's a whole operation complete. That doesn't need to do anything else because it liquidity and then it broke the structure. So that was already complete. So either this is going to be the liquidity now, right? And it's going to come fill this completely and then kind of like fulfill the prophecy of this other imbalance here. If not, and yeah, then this could continue lower. And what I'm noticing obviously right now is with this doji here, dojis like to get filled, don't they? At least get something. Because if this just turns around, that would be a candlestick pattern, and we can't have these candlestick patterns happening because that's retail, right? So even with this candlestick pattern forming, I'm thinking if this goes up, right? If this goes up and it does form that candlestick pattern, it will be the candlestick pattern that comes, fills this, right? Like you just imagine in your mind's eye, right? This is a bullish candle. This next candle, a bullish candle, right? And it goes up. And it kind of comes up here and it does this. And then it leaves a wick, right? So like price action would be like, oh, we coming up, woo. And then it leaves a wick and then continues lower. But I think for the end of the week, because it's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Filling this could pop up here, maybe get some sells in here. Or if you're really slick with it, you might even be able to catch a buy in here and kind of ride that back up, right? And so that's what I was looking at. I was also noticing this liquidity here, this right here, since the momentum is bullish, this right here, this got snagged right here. This got snagged right here. So that for sure is gone. And then this solid close above this, and then we have that block. Right. So to me, this is a breach, right? Probably haven't heard this in a while, huh? A little break, right? And we had this block right here. This block is what I'm waiting for to see what happens here. Because if this block right here stands the test of time and the test of price, we'll see. If this kind of does its thing here, it kind of comes in here and starts whop, then you know, and that was kind of the play, right? And so like the timing of things is really important. This right now, this is freaking 11 p.m. So unless this is going to hold off until London session, this is an hour candle, right? This is an hour time frame. So unless this holds off on London session, next hour comes in here and just goes whop and comes into this candle and goes whoop. But it has to sound just like that. It has to go whop and then whoop. Right? It can't go whoop and then whop. Like it has to make those noises. If it doesn't make that noise, I'm not entering. So if it does the whoop and then the whop, then yeah, we going in there. But
The block is hot, baby.
Block is hot, bro. We gotta see if this block is hot because this block could be cold and it could just run through.
You got like 5 stars, bro.
Yo, some people trade MWs. We trade the WW, the whoop and whop pattern.
So is that a WAP first?
We got the WAP. We got 5 stars on GTA right now.
How's that WAP, bro?
So that's from Money Heist after hours.
Dog, I have not heard that in a minute.
Well, that WAP is unbelievable, bro. You gotta keep that low key though.
Hey yo, pass it on.
Hey,
pass the baton. No, I'm playing. Are you looking at anything else though, bro? I like this setup. It's pretty cool.
I want to see this play out because look at this right here. Ooh.
I like that
guy right here. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is the type of trade right here. I don't know what time did this happen at, bro. This happened at 7 a.m., bro. This is the type of trade that changes somebody's life, bro. Because you get something like this. I've smacked one of these on an FTMO before, bro. I was in Colorado. I don't know if you remember that, bro. We were in Colorado.
Oh, bro. I remember.
Bro, smacked a nasty
I
trade.
remember you were doing a
at
Zoom call, bro, and you were up like 7 bands. And then, like,
bands,
on that
yeah.
call.
On the Zoom call. I couldn't hold back. I had to show the profits. I was like, Mike, I'm sorry. This is being recorded. You're seeing this. You're seeing this today because this is the day in the life. There's no holding this back. But yeah, it was a trade like this. It was like it swept the high right here. It came in like just barely broke. It didn't break until it made this little block, and then it dropped. And this block was definitely hot because when it came back, it didn't even touch it. But with the spread, depending on what broker you got, it definitely touched it on somebody's broker. And this trade would have been just unbelievable, bro. I mean, imagine like you get an entry right here, you put the stop right here. Woo! 10 pips. That's 10 pips. That's solid. And if you want to give it a little bit more room, right? Be more conservative if you want, but this is enough room for me for the spread. There is an imbalance up here, so it is a little bit more risky, but 10 pips just for the flex value. We'll just leave it at the flex value right here. Yes, it would be more responsible to put it up here, but just for the flex value, let's just keep it here.
Wouldn't it invalidate that order block if it ran above it?
Yeah, but it wouldn't necessarily invalidate the setup because of the fact that it has that imbalance there, and this is technically the high. So it could run through it because we've seen that.
Nah, fact.
We've seen that before. We've seen that where it comes up and it goes whop, and then it goes crazy.
Yeah, test that the other OB. Like that.
Yeah, or like it just kind of has so much momentum, it doesn't stop on the pin. It just like throws the wick up here instead. I've seen that before. I mean, I've gotten taken out on those, right? But something like this. And then, bro, like just look at the RR on that's just dumb, bro. Like I won't even do it to you. But I mean, yeah.
Don't do it. Don't. Oh.
That's a 17 right there, bro. That's a 17, like just on that run. And like, okay, you give it a little bit of room for some spread. Even this is a 1 to 5. Even that's a 1 to 5, and that's being super conservative. That's like above the high, 2 pips above the high, 2 pips below the entry. Like that's major conservative. Even a 1 to 6 right here, right? And you're not going to catch the low, right? So let's be more realistic about it. Let's say you catch half the move, 1 to 3.
That's a good swing trade though. You're on the 1 hour too.
And that's on the 1 hour too. And I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you. Look at this.
That was phase Ian from distribution. Like,
hold up. Let's get down to the 15-minute. I want to see this. And let's go ahead and remove everything. We already know this is the hot spot, right? We already know this is the hot area. Yeah. The 1 hour point of interest is right here, right? This whole little area right here. Okay. Let's get down to the 15-minute and let's see what's good. Let it run. Oh, okay. That was faster than I thought. 5-minute time frame. I want to see this. Bro, this is just nasty, bro.
Yeah, you see that re-entry. I know you see that.
Yeah. I was just thinking that because this comes in here. Wow, comes in, feels that, turns around, comes back up, climbs up towards the high, shoots another shot at the high. This is what's so funny. If you got in on this pin, this is what happens to a lot of people. They get in on this pin and they move their stop loss to break even. If you move your stop loss to break even on this pin, you're getting taken out on here. Doesn't matter how snipey snipe you got the entry, your stop loss at break even is getting hit because of the spread. It doesn't matter. So if you were to get in on this, you're not catching the move because you moved your stop loss to break even. So that's why it's important. Don't move your stop to break even until you like so surefire about the trade, but also don't let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. So it is kind of like it's like a you do you type thing, bro. Like it's like like
I think in this case, bro, when that happens, and if you do get stop break even, but you're still in that imbalance or order block, like get back in. That's what I'd be doing.
Because yeah, because you would have moved your, let's say you got an entry here, right? You move your stop loss here after it broke this and it just went crazy. You're like, yo, we just sniped it. Everyone's going crazy. And then it turns around and comes right back to you. And that actually has happened to me just numerous times, unbelievable amount of
Yeah,
times.
definitely.
I'm in and I think this is it. And then it comes and tags me. And then it's it. And then that's it. And it tags me and take me out. And I've gotten kind of just hesitant to re-enter because I don't like going against my setup where I'm like, nah, this is what I wanted to see. But at the same time, the market will deliver the same thing, but in a different way. And that's one of my biggest learning lessons has been like over the years, like the market does not repeat itself. It repeats itself in a different way. It's like it says the same thing, but a slightly different way every time. It's never the same.
What
Like
does it
no
say?
two could be
Like
identical.
history repeats itself, but history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes.
It rhymes. It rhymes. And that's what it is. It's not necessarily the exact same. Like, what's the entry? What's the stop loss? What's the take profit? What's the perfect setup? Because that perfect setup might have been perfect last Thursday, but that perfect setup might not be the setup for this Thursday. It might be a completely different setup because of the fact that there was a completely different hand of cards on the market, right? The market's showing you the board. It's like playing poker. I don't know if you guys play poker. I like playing poker. We played in Puerto Rico a lot. And it's like, yo, you got those cards on the table, right? You know, you got the on the board, right? You got the board. And you get those three, and then you get the fourth one, and then you get the fifth one, right? And so the market's giving you those cards right away. You pretty much start with three, and then you got to make your decision on 4 or 5 before the end of the round, and then you can't, you got to work with what you got. So what we're seeing right now is kind of like that. Like we get those first 3 cards, and you're looking at the past, and you get those 3 cards, but then you kind of got to like rethink the game once you're in your trade and say, yo, is this something I want to hold, or is this something I want to go break even on, or take partials on, or just close out? Honestly, I just been closing out because like if I'm in profit, like I want to close out in profit. There have been too many times where I'm up, especially on an FTMO 100K. I mean, I only do really 100Ks plus, right? And so on my 100Ks, if I'm gonna take a 1 to 4 and I do a 1%, like that's like 4%, bro. We're talking about 4 bands on one trade, and you're gonna let that run back to your entry and stop you out at break even. And then when it jumps your stop, and it even gives you a red history tab too. Like what? Like, bro, I was just up 4 bands. How you talking about in my history that's negative $27 when I was just up 4 bands? Like that has happened to me too many times. And then you look in your history and it's almost like, yo, did I even catch this trade? It's like I didn't even catch this trade. Like I want to get paid for my chart work. I want to get paid for the time I spent. I want to get paid for the eye that I have. I want to get paid for the trade that I took, for the confidence I had to press the button. And you're only going to get paid. And you will only get paid. There's no other way to get paid unless you close the trade, right? And so take profit, let it be a trailing stop, let it be a partial out, let it be a full close, whatever it be. That's how you close the trade. That's how you make money in the game. You do not make money by holding a trade and screenshotting it and showing it to your friends by look where I entered and look how far away it is. That's not how you make money in this game. You make money by closing the trade. And I know that kind of that shocks people because it's like, well, don't we want to get the 1 to 32? Yeah, but how many times does a 1 to 32 turn around before it turns into a 1 to 32? That's it. So
Boom.
Mike,
just take the profit when you see it, man. You'll be a lot happier trader. Warren Buffett does 12% a year. And he don't even care. You tell Warren Buffett, bro, I did 5% in a day. I don't care. He doesn't care. I don't care you did 5% in a day because I do 12% every year. Every year. Doesn't matter if it's a recession. Well, it doesn't matter if we're in prosperity. Doesn't matter if we're in the middle somewhere. Is every year he makes 12%. So take profit because that's the only way to make money in the game. That's what I do. Please take over, bro. Run it up.
You never go broke taking profits, man.
Swear, secure the back, secure the swag. Nah, that was fire, Jay. That was one hell of a way to end your session. I appreciate you guys making this call. This call is popping, y'all. Which one call? If y'all having fun, y'all getting some value. Go ahead and drop some 777s in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead, right? Just go over some one final thing. That's kind of funny because y'all boys remember indices, y'all boys remember GU. Like that's really all I trade is just EU, GU, and then indices. But you know what? I got some sauce. I got a little something. So real quick, talking about let me go to good old talking about, you know, how you trade will enter you in and then tag you out, right? It's funny because as smart money traders, right, we really do understand that market moves, goes, and ebbs and flows for a reason, right? That's actually, as you know, the GOAT. That's one of the reasons why smart money or Wyckoff does what it does, right? Law number 2, the law of cause and effect. Everything needs to happen because of a reasoning, right? Whether it be imbalance and mitigations, you know, institutional movements, like, you know, bank manipulations, XYZ, right? So it's actually funny, Jay, how you bring it up, how oftentimes, you know, we'll get that sniper entry, price will move in a certain direction, you know, certain or a certain pip count, and then we go ahead and break even just for it to come back, tag us out, break even, trail stop, XYZ, and then run off in our direction. Well, why is that, right? And it's funny because all the way back, and when this nigga make this shit up, back in like the 18 to 1900s, right? He already went ahead and gave us the sauce, right? Mr. Dick, right? Mr. Richard Wyckoff literally said, let me go ahead and go phase D, right? Not this phase D, it's gonna be next phase D, right here. Cool. Aggressive traders may wish to initiate short positions, so just ignore that, right? Just say any trade, right? Long positions, short positions, buy, sells after a UT or UTAD, right? So that's that super snipe, right? That's where we go ahead and get in on that screenshot IG perfect entry, right? Why? The risk reward ratio is often quite favorable. That's our 32 to 1s. That's our 40 to 1s, right? However, the smart money repeatedly stops out traders who initiate such short, long positions with one UT, so one break even, one spike out, one tap out after another. So it's often safer to wait until phase D, right? So it's often safer to wait for market, you know, confirmation. So me and my roommates, we love to say, can a nigga get some evidence? Like, that's all. I don't care that we just got, like, you know, a order block. I don't care that we just got some, you know, something that looked pretty, you know, liquidity build up, sweep one, sweep the other, mitigate. Like, a nigga needs some evidence, right? And so it really just goes back to, if you get stopped out, the only thing you should really do, if your analysis is correct, is you got to bring out the t-shirt. Stopped out, get the fuck back in, you pussy ass. Like, feel me? Wise words of Vargas. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I love I said that shit up. Wise words of Vargas. So it's funny because that actually, let's go over some charts. That's what happened to me today. I'm not gonna hold you. So Naz, I did buy her all the way down here. She did initially, Kev. We had the same exact area. I just waited, right? Nigga waited for some evidence. Where was it? So we went ahead, right? I just saw like a 5-minute area, right? Imbalance. 5-minute institutional candle, understanding the overall trading range. Kind of saw that, you know, obviously this is the order block range, but I want to see if we just respect this overall. We came in and actually, where's my setup? There it is. Boom, 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 right? Just understanding it was a Wyckoff schematic, but easy enough, right? High, low, high, low, high, higher, low. So we're creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We break above, last institutional down push, right? Tag in before running up. Now, I played it to the 1 hour. Damn, why am I not keep doing that? I literally just played it right here, right? So this 1 hour candle, because that's all I saw price can do. Granted, I saw some equal highs, but I didn't really think that should have really run off. Like, it stole something, and I'm so mad, right? Because it real life did. Where's market? So yeah, no, it really could have held this to trying to talk about life-changing trades. What? I would have been doing this Zoom call all the way in Cabo right now. A 1 to 40, right? Max 1 to 40. So it just goes to show that although price may tag us out, right? You're not a bad trader. The market's just manipulated, or so I tell myself when I have losing streaks. But anyways, right? It's okay, guys, right? These trades do happen. As long as you stay patient, stay dedicated, and wait for evidence. So let's go over really quick. DXY. We kind of did come up into a higher area just to start sweeping some stuff. All around swept all this throughout the week. So I think price is getting ready to reverse. We go ahead to a smaller time frame, the 1 hour, right? have a high to a low to a lower high, created a lower low, kind of invalidating this more or less like higher structure. Now it's really up to London tonight to see if this holds or if price just wants to continue to go higher. I'm really hoping price does start to go lower now, starting to fill in some of this imbalance lower, right? Some of those lower imbalance, higher time frame imbalances as well. We go to the daily, right? Kind of want to see us play back into this daily owl into Friday. That might be OD. Friday maybe pushes into this daily order block before we go ahead and push higher again. That is something I'm honestly kind of anticipating and looking for. Over on just a second chart for US 30 or for DXY. Looking at the power of the dollar, right? We did come above, sweep some internal highs, sweep some more highs, and then price is starting to show reversal, right? We can see like a high, low, higher, high, break a structure. And for those of you who play like Wyckoff, like I love to, right? We have like a BCARST, Sal B, UTAD, and then we could anticipate London giving us a LPSY somewhere in here. Probably like a 15, 30 minute time frame. So I do anticipate dollar to continue a little higher, not breaking its overall structure before just dropping. Probably like later London into New York, right? That would be pretty dope. Honestly, I don't have a specific area, but if a nigga had to guess, something like that, right? That'd be dope. That makes sense, you know. Imbalance, drop, dead. So currently I am in some EU buys, pretty much just looking at I was looking at the 4-hour, 1-hour time frame. Right. We did go ahead and we set some internal lows, then played into this 4-hour order block. I wanted to start getting some evidence as to what was going on. So on the 15-minute time frame, this was a little, I'm not gonna lie, a little forced. Let me go ahead and reverse. So we went ahead, right? What I see is we started to get a phase 1 accumulation schematic for Wyckoff. Let me just pull that up real quick. Applications, documents. No, where is it at? Desktop, yes. Accumulation number 1. Go. All right. So I was seeing this starting to build up. Let me actually turn this down. Cool. Right, so we got a selling climax into AR, into an ST, into a higher range. So that's our Sal B, into an ST and B, which is our liquidity for our spring. So that's phase C. So after this point, this is where we can start looking for reversals, right? We get a higher low, then higher low, right? And just continues going up from there. So what I anticipate was price went ahead. It actually ran up. Let me go ahead and grab one candle back. If this was to be true, right, we're looking from after the spring, we should be looking for a higher low to mitigate into another higher low. That's actually what happened here. If this is our last push down candle, price springs, then runs, right? We can anticipate first entry being off the 15-minute candle. Price comes back into it. We play a little deeper before, right, kind of filling this imbalance as a whole before starting to push higher. So, okay, that was our first higher low. What can we anticipate from this test? We go up one more higher low, right? Well, again, let me grab an arrow. If this is our last push down candle, now price is breaking above this high, low, new high, right? Break above. We can anticipate price coming back in for maybe a re-entry. Now, I didn't take it. I just wanted price to come in, tap this, not go any lower than here to start confirming, right? So I went ahead and trailed my stop loss. And that's exactly what price started to do. Right now, we're starting to move and groove. Awesome. So target being, right, these equal highs are kind of screaming to my name. If dollar does proceed to go any lower, right, I would love to take it to kind of like this overall up area on the 4-hour, 1-hour, right? Kind of already been mitigated. So, you know, I'm gonna be happy and grateful. We're just sweeping some internal liquidity. The real question is now if we're gonna hold. Oh, actually, I think I might have got. No, I don't think I'm tagged out just yet. You know, I'm just trailing my stop loss, right? Low, high, higher low, kind of just creating some equal highs, right? I wouldn't be surprised to see EU kind of drop a little deeper before going higher, tagging me out. At that point, it is what it is, but I am currently in this trade still kind of trailing my SL. A little bit aggressive in all honesty, but that's what I do anticipate for dollar. No re-entries that are like clear for EU. Maybe something within this 4 hour candle itself. That would be pretty dope. Maybe London pushes down back in to continue its higher. I wouldn't mind that at all. At that point, I would just look for a re-entry. That's not bad. GU. Yeah, we're kind of mitigating that 4 hour now. Yeah, I wouldn't. Johnny remarked this up, so it's good. Bam. I do like that a lot. So hopefully EU, GU they bounce off one another and just continue higher into that daily area. That would be really dope. But other than that, I really don't have anything brewing up. US 30 kind of looking like got some equal highs on a higher time frame. Maybe can go sweep up. Nav. Honestly, it's just gonna go higher. Like Nas just does not believe in retracements this week. SPX, I really don't have nothing either besides just like on a higher time frame, like the 4 hour, we have some equal lows that might get swept out. Honestly, I wouldn't anticipate until Friday. With the daily area just below it, which could be great re-accumulation area. Kind of don't like this daily area, but I'll keep it in mind. But other than that, I really don't have anything too apparent right now for immediate opportunity. I'm kind of just anticipating market and watching it, see how it does. So hopefully this holds because I would love to wake up in profits. But other than that, family, that's about all I got for today. Other than that, Kev, Jay, anything you guys want to say before we go ahead and end this call?
I think we good, man. If anybody got any final questions, go ahead and shoot your shot.
Sheesh.
Any questions, man? Any questions y'all got? Do not be afraid to ask questions. Closed mouths don't get fed, man.
Swear.
There's no such thing as a dumb question.
Is this recorded? Yo, my brother Leon, it is. So you guys can go ahead and catch these. Let me go ahead, actually. You guys can always find these recordings in case you ever missed it. Want to go ahead and go back. On YouTube, we do have an official Money Heist. Let me switch. That's my personal Money Heist channel. We do. I still do gotta fix the logo. My bad, Kev. I know I said I'll get on that.
Nah, we gonna rebrand everything.
I swear.
Merch, everything coming. We
Swear.
gotta up it.
10x baby. But this is our official Money Heist channel. So whenever we go ahead and have guests, have these calls, they always are going to be recorded and dropped here. So please don't be afraid. Check it out, subscribe, make sure you guys are tuned in, tapped in. We appreciate every single one of y'all for making these calls possible, because at the end of the day, we're here to give value, but if there's no one to give value to, then these calls will not be possible. Trading goals for end of the year. Alex, great question. Personally, and I'm gonna let the boys go, but personally, I just want to max allocate one prop from right now. That's my personal ambition. And Heike, it's very well possible, like way before the end of the year. But we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Kev, Jay, your goals?
Yeah, like 7-figure funding.
Sheesh.
Max out as many proffers as I can, man. I want to have at least like 5 figures invested in at least 20K, 10-20K in cryptos. That's how much I want to accumulate for this by the end of the year. Also want to get this is not really trading related, I guess. Oh, you said trading. Never mind. Nah, that's good.
Yeah. No. You already started bringing it up. You guys spill it now.
Other than said, I want to get multiple 6 figures in business credit lines as well. So I've been working on my credit lately. My credit shot up like crazy, like 150 points. Now we in the 700 club, baby. So now we just got to work on business credit lines, all that good stuff. Because that's really it, man. Like that's gonna allow you to get funding. I mean, you can use some of that to imagine this, right? Imagine if I was to give you 100K and I told you only have to pay me 1% of that every single month. You would probably take that, right? You would probably take the 100K from me, right? So you can do that with the banks, right? There's different, like your personal credit is so important. I'm not gonna go into the whole like spiel on credit, but that's one of my goals when it comes to finance. And then my last goal is, man, I want to get out of this country, bro. I want to go to like Thailand or Bali and really just travel Airbnb or something like that. But that's really my goals. Let's get it.
Dude, my goal is to go to Bali with you.
Be out.
Period.
Sees we out, baby.
Yeah, we out, bro. Money Heist International, baby.
We want to bring
Yeah.
all of you guys with us, man. We can get like a money heist retreat. I'll be lit.
Ooh, or we could pull up like
Oh,
on a
Airbnb.
like a sprinter with the podcast set up. Yeah, that'd be
Yo,
that'd be different.
I'm trying to get a spot by
that-
like the water.
Yeah.
Film it like right by the water, you know?
Yeah,
A
cliff
little like little margarita in my hand.
This money
all-
heist is brought to you by
Put it all on the Amex.
I swear. That shit, the
Put
gold.
it all on the Amex. Pay it back on the next payout.
Nos fuimos.
Nos fuimos.
Nos fuimos, bro.
Say that,
What
say-
about you, Johnny? What are your goals, bro? You said
There you go, bro.
Bali, Thailand.
Multiple six figures in credit, business funding, bro. I think it's just ignorant to just not get money from the banks when they're just handing it out. I think it's just ridiculous. One of my biggest breakthroughs was, bro, I worked a whole year at the Ritz. Well, we worked like 6 months, but bro,
long enough. Fuck it, that's what too long.
half a year at like $13 an hour or whatever. And if you take that and multiply it by the whole year, I think that's like 24K. Hold up. I don't even know. 40 hours a week, let's say, for like, I was getting $800 paychecks. That's all I remember. I was getting $800 paychecks times 2, $1,600 a month times 12. Bro, I was making 19 grand a year working at a 5-star hotel restaurant, right? 19 grand a year. After taxes, that was after taxes. Bro,
Tips included.
tips included and everything. Well, yeah, tips are in the check. Tips are in the check. That's what tips in the check. Maybe cash tips, maybe not. Maybe a little bit more. But whatever. 20K a year. Let's just put it. Bro, you know that you could go to the bank and ask for 20K and they'll give it to you on 5 minutes, bro. In 5 minutes. You're talking about a whole year that I worked 40 hours a week for a whole 6 months, right? And if I would have stayed 6 months more, that's a whole year, bro. Like, imagine that. You could go to the bank and just be like, hey, can I get 20K? Yeah, let's look at your credit profile. Oh, looks good. Checks out. Here's 20 bands. Peace.
Well,
And then
isn't it important to have cash flow though when you're doing the whole credit game?
Of course. But there's nothing more important than getting approved and getting the bag, bro. Once you get the bag, man, you get that
Yes.
approval, you get that email, that card comes in the mail, and you got 20 bands. What are you gonna do with it? I guess you gonna figure it out. Like, I think everybody here has one play they can run, and it's trading. Go get you a prop firm account. Go get you some funding. Go get you a FTMO. Go pass a challenge. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
endless opportunities. Like
So
trading
many
is just one thing, bro. You
And
Airbnb.
that's the circle. So that's my
AT&T,
goal.
Charter,
You said, what's my goal this year?
Airbnb.
My goal is to get in the circle where the playmakers are at. And I'm already in the circle with the playmakers, but the playmakers outside of trading, because I love trading. And I grew up on trading in my entrepreneurial life, but I'm branching out. I'm like, okay, who are the big dogs when it comes to real estate? Who are the big dogs when it comes to e-commerce? Who are the big dogs when it comes to trucking automation, Airbnb automation, Turo automation, credit stacking? Bro, what do you all know? Because when I show them that we could get 6 figures funding, they look at me like, that's cute. Because they're talking about millions. They're talking about multiple 6 figures, Like, I met a dude and he drives a Lambo and he got millions of dollars in asset management. I'm like, okay, we can't talk 6 figures because he's going to look at me like, all right, we won't talk about that. But he knows, for me, that's inspiration. And so I'm like, damn, this dude's really running it. And he doesn't do trading. So if he doesn't do trading and he's making it happen, then there's obviously more ways to do it, clearly, right? So, maybe I get him to invest in a trading account later on and we run a trading account together or something, right? So you never know what could happen. Connections are crazy, but I think multiple 6 figures in credit is a given. Multiple 6 figures in crypto is a given. And then when it comes to, cash, credit, and crypto, those are really the only things I ask for, bro. Like, give me $1 million in cash, give me $1 million in credit, and give me $1 million in crypto. I'd pretty much be happy, bro. When we go to Bali and spend like $9 a day and then we just vibe, Like the flight's 2,000 and we spend $9 a day on food, gas, you know, enjoying ourselves, whatever. Bro, like we can live off of like $100 a month out there, like 1,000 maybe a month, you know, on some like bougie stuff, 1,500 a month, and you're vibing, you know, like
bro.
out here, bro, the rent is just
Or you can get a
so just to
villa,
breathe out, and you can get a villa for like $600.
600 to 1,000. You want some crazy stuff like
I think
1,500. I know this chick
And
out
you-
there, bro. She has a like a floor, like 2-story villa, pool, butler, tennis court, like chef, everything,
butler.
bro. Yeah, dude, and she's only paying like 1,500. Like crazy, bro. That's why like
unbelievable.
we get taxed out here, bro. So I'm trying to get out of here. They also have a new digital nomad like tax law in Bali too. So like you have like zero capital gains, I believe, on your investments and like
Oh,
business. Yeah, it's like a new law or something
no.
made like I think the last year or two. You want to look into
Look at
that?
his face. Out here. Bro,
Yeah.
we are out.
Same thing with Puerto
We
Rico.
are
They got some cool tax laws. There's like
Swear.
there's always loopholes in the system. You feel me?
You done told the right nigga the wrong information.
Let's go. Let's, bro.
out, bro.
Yo, 2024, we out, bro.
International.
I'm saying
Yo, no HQ, just vibing and moving.
if you want to catch me, you gotta catch me out the country, bro.
I swear.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a play right here, C. So you said no HQ, right?
Uh-huh.
Bro, you could get a virtual office, bro. Anywhere you want. Pay like $50 a month for a virtual office. Bro, have all your mail sent there. So if you're out the country, you get all your mail sent there, they'll forward it to you for free. Yeah.
Ah.
No cap. No, you don't even have to have a crib in the States, bro.
I
You
know
get all your
Damn,
I
bro.
got you.
That's
Bro,
a
Money
game.
Heist is evolving. I feel like Money Heist is like just financial literacy,
Nah,
period.
that's-
It's not only trading anymore, bro. Like we've expanded and opened so many different doors and possibilities.
swear.
Like,
Definitely.
but we gotta make a podcast or something, bro, because we be talking.
Dude, no cap.
We gotta like
No cap.
we'll talk, but we should probably like wrap up the call though.
Yeah,
But like we've been here for a minute.
no, that has like an hour plus. Yo, everybody on this call still. Shout out, I'm gonna go through the list. Shout out Alex, shout out Enrique, shout out Gerardo the boy, shout out Isaiah, shout out JG, Jonathan, Kevin Ochoa, Leon, the bro. We be on week after week. I see you. Shout out Louis, Maximiliano, and Tom. Oh, hey. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for being here, Tom. No, thank that man is tired, let me tell you. Man, we appreciate every single one of y'all for staying tuned in, tapped in with the boys. Yo, it is already midnight 39 here on the East Coast. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because we got places to be, people to see, and I got my bed to cuddle. So with all this, family, we hope you enjoyed this just as much as we enjoyed producing it for y'all. Kev, another banger, bro. Appreciate you. Johnny, my bro, yo, shout out to you because this shit was awesome. This is dope. Family, catch us next week with hopefully another cipher. Maybe we'll get some more guests. Maybe, get just one guru. Who knows? But you already know we're going to get the best of the best for you guys. We can go ahead, tune in, tap in, and pour value onto y'all. But all this being said, it takes a lot to be me sometimes. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Familia. And I promise you, the gains will come. Yo, have a good night, everybody. See y'all next week.